6 weeks in, finally Rob has lost. God is good. Oh my God. Oh, the rest of the boys are still down horribly, but Rob is out too, so that's fantastic. That brings the league back to pretty much even. Pushan and Rob are up at the top, alone at 5-1. We got 3-4-2 teams, couple 3-3s, couple 2s and 4s, and then Hayden is down alone at 1-5 after losing the toilet bowl matchup this week. Real rough look for Hayden, but let's go ahead and get into the matchups. I was up 61 points going into Monday Night Football, and Brett beat me by 3. I was up 61. I had forgot I was watching baseball. I wasn't even paying attention, and then I'm going to win. Ugh. That was frustrating. Pollard, Dak, and Keenan Allen combining for 64 points. That might have killed my season. It just might be over. Debo got hurt. Had 1 point. It's not looking good. Debo going down might single-handedly end my season here. I'm at 2-4 now, and that feels so much worse than Brett sitting at 3-3. My team is still solid, though. I was the third highest scorer this week, and I lost. If Brett can get a 20-point quarterback every week out of Goff or Dak, he's going to have a really good team because these three right here are going to be real good. And Zay Flowers is going to be. Brett's got a solid team, and like I said, if I had won and he was at 2-4, I'm sure he wouldn't be feeling good. But sitting at 3-3, you got to be feeling good, especially with how bad some of the higher seeds have been. But I'll talk about that more later. All right, what a huge win for Ish here. He goes to 4-2 with just horrible running backs and Tutu Atwell, who is in wide receiver 3 now, catching 1 pass. Rag got screwed over because Anthony Richardson is out for the season most likely now. So he's going to be rocking with Desmond Ridder, some combination of Desmond Ridder and Jordan Love, which is tough. Pretty tough. Whatever other quarterback he has. I don't know if it's Jordan Love. But anyway, Ish got carried by his freaking defense and kicker. Absolute nuts on him to start Minnesota's defense, even against Chicago. Minnesota's defense has looked horrible this year. What a ballsy move by Ish. It won him the week. Harrison Butker hanging 18. There's just not much you can do, Rag. Adam Thielen has been a beast this year. In hindsight, probably should have started Olave, but just unlucky loss here. Rag drops down to 2-4, I think, which is not great for the brand. Yeah, okay. Here's the first really bad matchup of the week. This is one of 2 matchups where neither person broke 100. So we had 2 people get wins this week, not breaking 100, which is so painful because I lost and I had 130. But yeah, Sutton's in big trouble without Justin Fields. I'm not going to lie. This was a matchup I had pretty much down exactly. I said Mostert was going to be a beast without A-Chain in the lineup. And I said it was basically Travis Kelce against the world, and that's exactly what it ended up being. The Dolphins' offense is really just a league winner. If you have Mostert, Tua, A-Chain, or Tyreek, you're probably pretty happy with how they've been playing. But yeah, pretty bad matchup this week with these two. Mace's running backs are going downhill quickly, and Ayuk and Kittle finally came back down to earth a little bit. Overall, just bad. Shit. Sorry. I think I contracted like Ebola in Blacksburg this weekend, so I'm not feeling fantastic. But anyway, this one, another ugly one. Cal got a win with 102. Shout out my stats guy Briggs for telling me that Cal has now 2 of the top 5 lowest scoring victories. He has the top one. He got a victory scoring like 70. And then this one, And there's 2 others this week that, Cal's just getting so lucky. Russ being ass at QB finally translated over to fantasy football, so Makosi got screwed. Makosi's team is just fine. I'll say it. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. It's just a solid team. Cal got so lucky because Downs, horrible last name, and Kyle Pitts randomly got touchdowns. If not for that, this would have been not close. If CMC's done, Cal's not going to get another win this season. This was a pretty boring and pathetic matchup. Wow, Pushan returns to form. For the 4th time out of 6 weeks, he's led the league in scoring. I think he has... I'll go check. Good Lord. Yeah, he has 110 more points for than Rob, and they have the same record. Good gracious. He has almost 300 more points for than Evan Clay does. Pushan's team scoring a lot of fucking points. Poor Briggs. Didn't really get a shot here. Going against the highest scorer. Briggs is another one of those teams where it's, I think me, him, and one other of the 2 and 4 teams have a positive point differential, and we're 2 and 4, which just really shows how bad the top teams are in our freaking league. Pushan got it done without Devontae this week. He's clearly the favorite to win it all, even with Kieran Williams out. Aaron Jones is supposed to be back after the bye. Thomas suffers from the same problem that half the league suffers from, that there's just a shortage of running backs overall, and especially in a 14-man league. Bad beat here from Briggs. Not worried about his team, but it's going to start looking bad for the playoffs. Ew. The toilet bowl did not disappoint, as neither team broke 100, which is something I think I said in my predictions, but... God. Hayden's team at this point is just Breece Hall, which sucks. And Clay's team at this point is just Amon-Ra, which sucks. These teams are bad. Saquon is... the Giants are just so bad. Their offensive line sucks. Waddle finally got a decent fantasy day for Hayden, but... yeah, it's bad. And also, I just want to do a little bit of bragging on myself. Middle of the week last week, Hayden got DeMercado off bye after James Conner went down. I texted Evan Clay, told him to pick up Tajay Ingram or whatever his name is, because that was going to be Arizona's number 1 back. And god damn it, I was right. He didn't score a lot of points, but he scored like 3 times more than DeMercado did. Clay didn't start him. He didn't need to start him, but he prevented Hayden from grabbing him. And if Hayden had started him, Hayden would have won. You're welcome, Evan Clay. You're fucking welcome. Hayden, you're an idiot. And this team deserves to be at 1-5. Both of these guys are in huge danger of losing the whole thing. This was my Super Bowl, baby. Rob goes down. Bang. Let's go, Scott. Scott's team is the most confusing fantasy team ever. There's been weeks where I was convinced he was going to be our loser again, and then there's weeks where he'll go off and beat the last undefeated team. Doesn't make any sense to me. Good Lord. Scott's 3-3. How does that hurts my soul a little bit. If Scott gets a running back 2 and a QB, he could be actually legit. Will he do that? Probably not, because he's lazy, but you never know. Thanks for defending our freedom, big fella. Yeah. Rob's miracle run comes to an end. There was a second there during Monday Night Football where Herbert and Lamb were going off, and I got very nervous. Thankfully, Herbert threw an interception, and we survived, but Montgomery's down now. Rob's got a real shot at slipping here, going on a losing streak, which I love to see. Thank you, Scott, for beating him. All right, I rambled on for a really long time this video, so I'm just going to go over this real quick. I went 4-3 this week on the picks. A lot of close matchups this week. The teams feel pretty even across the board, except for the random weeks where Pushan pops off. And I think that's why I'm so close to 500 in the picks. I talked for forever. See you guys in a day or two for next week's predictions. And I hate Rob.